not behaving well.
Okay.
The network is bad.
I think it's all over, to be honest.
All right, so let's start.
Sure, let's go.
Good evening, Zimbabwe. You are listening to Studio 7 from the Voice of America in Washington on November 5th, 2021. And this is Live Talk. I am Gibbs Dube.
And I'm Marvellous Mhlanga Nyahuye, broadcasting from my home in Washington, D.C. due to the COVID-19 pandemic.
Tonight on Live Talk, we are talking about COVID-19 and other issues.
The Ministry of Health reports that one person died of COVID-19 yesterday and 21 people tested positive for COVID-19 in Zimbabwe. According to the Ministry of Health, 4,685 people have succumbed to COVID-19 since the pandemic started last year in March.
At least 133,000 people have contracted COVID-19 so far in Zimbabwe, and 127,876 have recovered.
And more than 3.3 million people have received their first dose of the COVID-19 vaccine, and over 2.6 million their second dose. And the country needs to vaccinate 10 million people for the country to reach herd immunity, says the Ministry of Health.
In other news, President Mhlanga was in Matabeleland today, where he kept thousands of graduates at Lupane State University.
And President Mnangagwa returned from Scotland yesterday, where he attended the United Nations Climate Change Conference. He claims that he had a chat with some leaders of nations that imposed targeted sanctions on Zanu PF officials for alleged human rights abuses and election fraud.
Mnangagwa also attended virtually a business meeting convened by some Zimbabweans living in the United Kingdom, in which he urged business entities to invest in Zimbabwe in various sectors.
There is uncertainty over the benefits of him attending the climate change summit, with critics saying President Mnangagwa focused much on calling for the West to remove the targeted sanctions imposed on Zanu PF officials than climate change. But those that support him say otherwise.
Endaweni zonke zomhlaba ezijiyeneyo ku-Live Talk namhlanje sikhuluma COVID-19 lokunye okujiyeneyo. So kokuqala ke esikhuluma ngakho ikhonokho ke okwenzakala kule Zimbabwe okwe-COVID-19. Uhlangothi lwezempilakahle lubika ukuthi kulamuntu oyedwa obulewe i-COVID-19 izolo, bese kusithi abayi-21 ngabantu abahlolwe batholakala belegciwane le-COVID-19. Singathi ke izolo njalo kulabantu abaphephe umkhuhlane lo abayi-47. Bese kusithi nxa sikhangela abantu asebabulawa i-COVID-19 kusukela nyakenye sebeyi-4,685. Bese kusithi ke abantu asebabanjwe ligciwane kusukela ngaleso sikhathi 533,112. Ukube sokusithi ke labo asebaphepha umkhuhlane lo 127,876. Okwamanje uhlangothi lwezempilakahle luthi kule 551 okubizwa ngokuthiwa ngama-active cases e-COVID-19. Laba ke ngabantu abaphila legciwane le-COVID-19. Bese kusibuya ke kulabo asebehlatshwe ijekiseni yakuqala yokuzivikela kumkhuhlane we-COVID-19 bayi-3,345,309. Bese kusithi asebehlatshwe ijekiseni esibili bayi-2,625,597. Yes, khangele lokunye ke siyabona ukuthi umongameli Emmerson Mnangagwa lamhla bese Matabeleland khona ngale lapha kade sesilupane State University abekhepha khona ama-students ngathi ke bebagqokisa izicoko zabo zama-degree atshiyeneyo. So kube sokusithi ke sikhangela ke uMnangagwa ukuthi besenzani ngeviki ephelileyo kumbe kusiya kuthangi kade esemhlanganweni we-United Nations Climate Change Conference eGlasgow eScotland, lapho kade kukhulunywa khona ngokujiyeneyo. Ubuyele ekhaya wamukelwa ngabantu kukhanya ngazani kulabanye abamthakazelelayo. Bese siba labanye nje abathi uhambo lwakhe kade ungani nje ukusihambela ngomuntu omdala, awazi ukuthi ubuyelani evela kule Zimbabwe. Kunjalo ke Marvellous.
Aiwa, tinokuchingamidza iyi nemufaro pano pachirongwa chedu che-Live Talk nhasi nemusi wechishanu November 5, 2021. Nhasi tichange tiri kukurukura pamusoro pedenda rechirwere cheCovid-19. Titarisa zvakare zvakabuda kubva kumusangano uchangobva kupera kuGlasgow kuScotland musangano wemamiriro ekunze. Asi tombotanga nekutarisa zviri kubuda kubva kubazi rezveutano vachitaura ivo pamusoro pemamiriro akaita zvinhu pamusoro pedenda rechirwere cheCovid-19. Bazi rezveutano rinozivisa kuti nezuro pane vanhu 21 vakawanikwa ivo vachibatwa vane denda reCovid-19 munyika. Asi kubva denda iri ratanga muna Machi gore rapfuura pane vanhu 4,685 vakawanikwa ivo vachishayika kubva kudenda iri. Totarisawo avo vabatwa nedenda iri kubva ratanga muna Machi gore rapfuura vari kudaudzira ivo 133,000. Totarisa zvakare vamwe vakabatwa nedenda iri vakarikunda vari kudaudzira 127,000 munyika. Totarisawo nyaya yekubayiwa kwenhomba yeCovid-19. Bazi rezveutano rinozivisa kuti pari zvino pane vanhu 3.3 million vawanikwa ivo vachibayiwa nhomba yeCovid-19 yekutanga. Kozotarisawo vamwe 2.6 million ndo vabayiwa nhomba dzese dziri mbiri, zvinova ivo izvo zvinodiwa neUnited Nations kuti munhu abayiwe iye nhomba dziri mbiri kana dzichidiwa dziri mbiri. Totarisawo zvakare kuti nyika inoti iyo inoda kuti ibaye vanhu vanosvika ivo 10 million kuitira kuti vasvike pavanoti paherd immunity, kuitira kuti denda iri risawanikwe richitapurirana kune vanhu. Asi nhasi tichange tiine zvizhinji zvatichange tiri kukurukura tichinyanyotarisa zviri kubuda kubva kumusangano mukuru uchangobva kuendwa nemutungamiri wenyika Emerson Mnangagwa pavanga vari kuScotland kuguta rinonzi Glasgow. Gibbs.
To what you were saying, you know, at that particular event, it was organized by Zimbabweans who are actually living in the United Kingdom.
Republic, under the Second Republic, Zimbabwe continues to experience unprecedented transformation, which cuts across the socio-economic political spectrum. The last 3 years in particular, have seen my government consolidating and changing our democratic culture, constitutionalism, the rule of law, and respect of private property rights. In this regard, our endeavors are driven by the imperatives of our national vision towards creating an upper middle income economy by 2030. Leaves no one place behind. My government remains desirous to make Zimbabwe a favorable investment destination where capital feels safe. The broad economic reforms rolled out are now beginning to bear fruit. These have resulted in a conducive environment predicated on a private sector developed approach. Due to the sound macroeconomic policies, consolidation of the conducive tax regime implemented by my government, Zimbabwe has been declared by the World Bank as the fastest growing economy in our region, with an expected economic growth rate of about 8%. The high predictions are premised on our well-performing agricultural sector, firm international mineral commodity prices, stable inflation, and exchange rate, as well as administration's resounding taxes in containing the COVID-19 pandemic. The prudent the prudent and business-friendly macroeconomic environment has fostered a growth local and foreign investments, as well as increased capacity utilization. The financial services is stable with system which is performing extremely well. Distinguished participants, ladies and gentlemen, investment opportunities include in the mining, manufacturing, agriculture, tourism, ICT and infrastructure development. The market for the food business in Africa is expected to reach US $1 trillion by 2030. Investors are invited on the agricultural environment to tap into the market, particularly in the context of the now functional continental free trade area. My country enjoys a favorable climate, enables the establishment of viable livestock enterprise over and above the immense opportunities agricultural value industries. Investment opportunities in agricultural sector in irrigation development, agriculture mechanization, horticulture, agroforestry and agro-processing. In the mining sector, Zimbabwe is endowed with vast natural resources and is more than 60 different minerals.
Yeah, loki umongameli Emerson Mnangagwa okhulumayo Marvellous ukhona ngale ke wekhona ngale eScotland bekhuluma virtually ngoba kasahambanga emhlanganweni lo. So ke ubekhuluma sithi ke uyacela osomabhizinisi ukuthi bahambe kule Zimbabwe bayitshala imali yabo khona ngale. So utheke kule agriculture ezokulima kulokwenjiwayo, even le coal ukhulume ngayo ukuthi abantu bangangena ku coal business, kodwa ke siyakhumbula ukuthi emhlanganweni lo kade ngani i-coal bathi kumele abantu bengayembi kangako. Kuzokuya ke lokunye ke uthi tourism la ungazani lethi imali njalo ukhuluma lokuthi ke kanyazani ke economy yeZimbabwe ingani isiba stable ngokusho kwakhe. Uthi le currency khonokho ke okwenziwa i-auction system yokuthengisa imali uthi ungani kuyasebenza. So kunjalo ke Marvellous.
Apo tanga tiri kunzwa mutungamiri wenyika vaEmerson Mnangagwa vanga vari kutaura vachishandisa chivhitivhiti apo vakaenda kuguta reGlasgow kuScotland vachitaura nezvizvarwa zveZimbabwe zviri kuUK ikoko, vachitaura ivo pamusoro penyaya dzemabhizimisi angapindwe nezvizvarwa zveZimbabwe. Vanga vari kutaura nyaya yetourism, vakataura zvakare nyaya yatingati yecoal nezvimwewo, vachitaurawo zvakare panyaya yekuti mari inoshandiswa munyika inofamba sei paauction floor nezvimwe zvakadaro. Saka vanga vari kutaura apa vari pachivhitivhiti vachitaura ivo mamiriro akaita zvinhu munyika yeZimbabwe, vachikurudzira zvizvarwa zveZimbabwe zviri muUnited Kingdom kuti vawanikwe ivo nemuScotland imomo vawanikwe ivo vachinotanga mabhizimisi kumusha.
Yeah, so we've got our first guest, and that is Mr. Sikhumbuzo Mlalazi. Is in the United Kingdom. He's going to brief us on exactly what was happening there. You know, he's one of the guys who has lived in the UK for a very, very long time. Welcome to the program, Mr. Mlalazi.
Thank you, Dube and Abalalilbok.
No, Sapila Kulu. So there are so many people that are in UK and somewhere protesting for, in favor of the president, and others were saying, no, the president is there just for the sake of it, and nothing was going to come out of the meeting. So how do you, what's your fair assessment of the whole thing, him attending that meeting and so forth?
Yeah, I think I grew up listening to leaders, and I had an opportunity to hear leaders who were genuinely speaking about being Pan-African. So I think myself, I only believe and I only entertain someone who talks about Africa and Black people as a whole. And then I listened and watched the session of that COP26 in Glasgow in the United Kingdom. When black leaders, African leaders, when they spoke, they will be speaking to walls. That wall will be empty. All the white boys will be gone. So, and then I think as black people are weaker because of party politics. Any country has to be represented by someone. So I believe a country has to respect the position or the office that person occupies. So I believe Zimbabwe has got someone who occupies our office of presidency, and at the moment, whether we like him or we do not like him, he has to represent us wherever Zimbabwe needs to be represented. We need to have someone who is the leader of a country called Zimbabwe. I do not believe that even if we put everybody together, in one room, I think everybody will have a different opinion. But all we need to be as a person, as a people, we need to unite as a country and not show other nations to say Zimbabwe is a divided nation. I do not think that's a beneficiary to anyone. So if you look at these UN summits that our people and our leaders attend year in, year out, I don't think anybody listens to them. Even if they go there loaded with something that is meant to be listened, but I doubt the wealthy boys listens to anyone who's black, because they know we are not united as Africans. That's my opinion.
Yes, clarify ngasindebele ngamafutshalo khona.
Engikutsho ukuthi thina singabantu abamnyama ngibona kwami ngibona ngani sihlulwa ngakhona ukuthi thina sibambananga singabantu abamnyama. Kudalwa ama-party politics ukuthi umuntu uma ungabuya inkokheli engasiyo ye-party engasiyo yebandlala-ke mhlawumbe bese kukhanya abanye besithi no ngabe akabuyanga, abanye bathi ngabuyile. Kodwa-ke mina ngibona ngani okumele sikugijimise ukuthi uma kungaso ndaba yokhetho kungacampaignwa, ngibona ngani abantu kumele bayekele ukuthi uma sinenkokheli evele ekhokhela izwe lethu, uma siyithanda noma singayithandi, thina impi zethu sizilwele ekhaya, kodwa uma sikuba to the international atmosphere kumele thina sibe abantu ukuthi amaZimbabweans are united. Ngoba really ungananzelela wonke ama-leaders apraiswa noma uthi upresident abe ngumuntu ongahlakaniphanga kanjani, but if that president or that people are teaching love, uthando luyahlanganisa abantu, uthando yilo kuphela elizwenza ukuthi abantu baye phambili. Ngoba kulwiwa noma umuzi kulo nomuzi okudube kanje unonkosikazi nabantwana, mani hlala nichayana kumele phandle nihlamba nenza yonke into nabantu babe kungabonakali ukuthi kuyini, akube nesithunzi nesitha siyangena uthola ukuthi niyalimala nje ningazilinyazwa yini. Mina ngibona ngani abantu eZimbabwe sehlupheke kakhulu, sokumele ngabe kuthiwa kunendlela ukuthi ngaba united kanjani ukuthi izwe lakithi siphile njengamanye amazwe nawo enjoya ukuba sezweni labantu abamnyama. Angena mina ngikhuluma ngikhona apha ngihlala ezweni, kodwa uphuma noma uphume emnyango, you don't see anyone that looks like you, that speak your language, that eat your food. Uhlala nje ukuthi you are here for the sake ukuthi usebenzele ukuthi ulala udlile nokuthi mhlawumbe unabantwana kwenye indawo ukhulisa lawo bantwana. And then leyo nto leyo mina ngifisa ukuthi ngabe during our lifetime ngabe yatshintsha kuphela ukuthandana kwabantu abamnyama.
Yes, siyakuzwa kakhulu ke, sicela ubambe khonapho. Marvellous, can you chip in there?
Aiwapo tanga tiri kunzwa kubva kune mumwe munyarikani wedu ari pachirongwa vaMlalazi vari kutaura ivo vari kuUnited Kingdom vachitaura pamusoro pemusangano uchangobva kupera uyo wakaendwa iwo nemutungamiri wenyika vaEmmerson Mnangagwa, vachingotaurawo kuti zvinonetsa kuti unyatsonzwa kuti zvichafamba sei, nekuti vari kutaura ivo kuti vanhu vatema nyanya pavanotaura pamisangano iyi panenge pasisina vanyarikani vanenge vakateerera zvavanenge vachitaura kuti ivo donzvo ravo nderekunzwa kuti vanhu vanobva kuAfrica nyanya vanotaura zvipi zvakanangana nemunhu mutema. Saka vari kutaura ivo kuti zvinonetsa pamisangano yakadai kuti vanenge vaenda kumisangano iyi vanyanyonzwika nyanya vechitema.
Yes, we also have Ezra Chisaspanda, who is in Bulawayo. Now, he was talking to people about what they are experiencing right now during the COVID crisis. So let's listen to one of the interviews that he conducted in Bulawayo. He has been doing the rounds and doing all these things, just to bring the Zimbabwean story to the front. Here he goes.
Abantu kobulawayo nangusisi lapha ke sisi kamuma. Yes sisi. Wenzana batsisi? Uthengisani mama?
Fruit and veg.
Fruit and veg le uyithatha ngaphi?
Khonapha emarket.
Kuyakuphilisa kodwa?
Yebo.
So kwasebenza?
Yebo.
Ngaphi?
National food.
Manje wasesenza? Wasuchela?
Hayi, umkhwenyana wathi wena yenza kokuthengisa mina ngisebenza.
Baba wathi phuma wayeselo ukhwele. Baba wathi Tshuma umsebenzi?
Yeah.
Wathi abethengisa?
Hayi, wabona ukuthi yena uyahola i-RTGS.
Oh.
Mina ngibe ngithola lami i-UNISA sibona ukuphilisa abantwana.
Okay, baba ngale bamkholisa nge-RTGS.
Yebo.
So laba nxa sikhangele ke wena abantu abaningi kanga uthengisa lezi zinto lezi. Kambe imali khona?
Emalangeni, not every day.
Nxa wenze ukuthi sithi uyathola imali engaka?
Ngenze kahle. Kaningi ngathenga itamati sivele $5.
Okay.
Kumele naliniki $5.
All right.
Yebo.
Imali lephuma itamati sivele.
Yebo.
So lihlangana endlini lobaba.
Ba?
Lihlangana endlini lobaba.
Yebo.
Lilabantwana bangaki?
Ngile 3.
Okay. Balobani manje wona la?
Ba?
Basele lobani?
Khathi sebekhulile. Bayasala bodwa.
Basala bodwa. Uhamba ngani endlini ngemthova kumbe baba?
Ngihamba lama private car.
Ma private car? Kuna private car car drive? Oh.
Bosi kumele libhasi biya kule line. Yana ngijimela abantwana.
Wesabe iCovid wena ibhasi likuminyene kakhulu.
Ngoba ubona ngithengisa ngiyedwa
awuminyananga wedwa la. Wena uzawungena egengeni le egcwele. Ngithi wena uminyananga labanye uthengisela wedwa. Kodwa ke khona ngakubona uzathengisa kuzobe nini sithi?
Anti ukuzaba right. Ngoba sikuchiya
Ususiyanga.
Ngizihlalela abantwana. Njengomama wabantwana baba.
Nxa ubaba senzile imali. Ikhona iyangena.
Bijani.
Okay. So ubunzima lo ukhona eZimbabwe wena ungalungise kanjani? Ngoba wonke umuntu usethengisa kakhulu.
Umuntu wonke sefuna ukuthengisa manje akusela phela umuntu uzasithengela.
Lonke selithengisa.
Akusela ukuthengela umuntu.
Suku zonke la?
Every day.
U-offer nini?
Ngena ngidala ngalokho offer because abantwana nami bayagada besuka eKadibali besechabalala. Ukuthi ngi-offer kuyabakhulu.
So into yasuku zonke le. So lapha ukuthengiseni kwakho ke uyachayisa isikhathi bani?
Kaningi ngina timetable chayisa but njengoba ngikhangela ukuthi ngichayise kumbe no 4.
No 4. Kodwa zawuthi uyadlulisa. Ophekayo mbona uphekela ubaba labantwana?
Abantwana bami sebekhulile sometimes.
Bapheka.
Mina ngathola bengakapheki ngiyahlanpheka mina.
Kodwa kuphumule phela lawo mama ukuze umzimba.
Yena ngilasikhathi sokuphumula kanje.
Kumele ume nsuku zonke la nje.
Yeah.
Okay, siyabonga. Siyabonga.
So that's a lady there who is So yeah, khonapha ke kuhlelo sikhokha labantu abatshiyeneyo ukuthi sizwe ukuthi kambe kuhamba njani. So ke omunye esikhokha laye umnumzana Sikhumbuzo Mlalazi. So baba Mlalazi uyangizwa yini khonapha?
Ngiyakuzwa Mthembu.
Yeah, so ke akutsho ukuthi uyabona ukuthi nxa sikhuluma ngendaba ezijeneyo siyabe sibamba lapha sibambe la ngale. So kulabantu abathengisa impahla abathengisa impahla emgwaqweni lapha. So bavukela khona batshona khona njalo vele kukhanya ngani kulobuzima obunye obumangalisayo. So singazi ukuthi wena ngubona kwakho ubona ngani kuhamba njani njengoba abantu bonke sebethengisa nje impahla etshiyeneyo.
Yeah, iko khona kuba badulu ukuthi thina njengama-Africans ngibona ngani mina I've got one thing that I think I have to blame ukuthi maybe the type of education esakhula siyifundiswa. Mina ngathi ngikhula uthola ukuthi esikolo bekungena teacher of agriculture sizoba nama-lessons throughout the days fundiswa ngabo William Shakespeare, about Trafalgar Square, things that got nothing to do with us. Now, food that you are eating, we are not producing. We consume things that don't come from our own hands. We are treating our bodies with material that come from Africans. So, during our lifetime, Africa can be recolonized easily by anyone. We are very notorious. Like abantu bawefana nabona lwambu abakusi wehlukumeza abantu bamnyama ulele ematopo lapha nephezwelithi. If you can have people like him coming back, we can only, the way we are fragmented, I think we can easily be destroyed. So mina bengithi abantu bakithi babona bethengisa emgwaqweni ngalendlela. Bahlukunyezwa kansili. Bengithi mina ngelinye ilanga ngike niyenze uhlelo Dube ngoba iStudio 7 lalelwa kakhulu endaweni lamvela khona ePlum sikhuluma isikhala. Langa nje dedicated for ama languages alalela iStudio 7. You see the amount of people from Isikhalangeni abantu ngoba sinayo i-coverage ama ZBC nasalalele for since this year abantu bakithi balale iStudio 7. So bakhona abantu Isikhalangeni abangasazi isiNdebele. Uyisemathebe you avela swa what was singabantu amatebeleni, but we are not Ndebele, singamakhalanga. So it's a language to a region. It is from Bridge all the way to near Wange. My language is Kalang. So mbonangani abantu bakithi mabethengisa emgwaqweni kanje babe so I cancel beginyiswa ibona labantu ukuthiwa basikhulula sabavotela. So kumele ngabe kuthiwa abantu bakithi kunje catshangelwe imisebenzi ibe khona. Ama-promises esiwathola uma ku-election ulalele ukuthi ama-politicians akhulumani. So ama-politicians mayikhuluma they should come back and follow up ngento ababezipromise abantu.
Yes, thank you so much. We are now joined by Mr. Busani, Mbuso, Ntini, and Mr. Joseph Tshuma. Let's start with Joseph Tshuma because he says he's traveling, so he needs to have our attention right now. So, Mr. Tshuma, welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you. And how are you to everybody who's here?
No, we're all fine, but I think you are breaking. Are you still traveling? I think he's traveling. So what you can do, Babu Tshuma, ungizama ukuphumula somewhere so that you can actually join us for about 5 or so minutes. Then we can talk. Yeah, so we saw that the president was at Lupane University. So tell us a bit about the welcome he received in Bulawayo, and just briefly.
Oh, well, yes, the president went to Bulawayo today en route to Lupane for the graduation ceremony there, and I just saw pictures, and the pictures were so amazing. A lot of people excited to welcome their president to Bulawayo, the Bulawayo community of Zanu PF out in their, in their big numbers, and it was quite a insightful thing. I saw the pictures in some of our local Zanu PF groups as well, and on other social media platforms. So yes, he got a very resounding welcome there.
What's the significance of that? Maybe let's go to Marvellous. Marvellous, go ahead and pose a question.
Ini ndachida kubvunzawo hangu vaChuma kuti vanoona sei musangano changobva kupera ku Scotland wemamiriro ekunze. Kwamuri ikoko kudunhi renyu mamiriro ekunze akakosha sei?
Well, akakosha zvikuru nekuti ukatarisa mazuva ano nyaya yeclimate change ikunyatsoguringidza varimi vakawanda nekuti hatichanyatsoziva kuti mvura inotanga rini uyezve ichipera rini. Saka izvozvo zvinotokuvadza vanhu kuti pamwe munhu anogona kudzvara nenguva isiriyo, mvura yozoenda, munhu ozotanga kuzopinda kumalosses akati wandei. Saka nyaya yeclimate inyaya inoda kunyatsoongororwa chaizvo ichibatwa. Saka zvakaita zvinhu zvikuru chaizvo kuti president wedu venyika navo vakabuda vakaita umwe wevanhu vakaenda ikoko kuita kuti tione kuti tinobatsirika sei, uyezve tichitarisa kuti nyika idzi hombe idzi dzinofanana naAmerica nanaBritain nanaGermany vakapledja kuti vachabudisa mari yekuti tibatsirike panyaya yekubata nyaya yeclimate change. Saka it was a good interaction indeed, nekuti takavaona vechitaura nevakuru vakawanda vedzimwe nyika nemamwe maorganizations like the UN, EU and stuff like that. Saka zvinhu zvakanaka chaizvo zvakaitika ku Glasgow, ku COP26.
I think you can put that in English as well. Go ahead, Mr. Tshuma. Yeah.
But I was saying that the issue of climate change is a very pertinent issue indeed, and therefore it was very important and necessary for the president to be amongst the world leaders that went and gathered in Glasgow to go and discuss such issues, because you see, with this climate change, it is affecting a lot of our farmers, and we know that Zimbabwe is an agro-based economy. So we are now seeing rainfall patterns that are sort of changing now, which confuses the farmers. They will never know now when to plant and when not to plant, and at times they'll plant late, and by the time they've planted, the rains will be gone, and once they are gone, it now affects the whole landscape and the scope of their planting season. So it is important for the world to sit down and really discuss about this issue of climate change. And the president being there in Glasgow was of great help, because we saw him interacting and meeting a lot of other world leaders, and we know that these big countries like America, Britain, Germany, and others pledged to actually put up together some monies to help us, the poor countries, to tackle this issue of climate change. So the presidential entourage that went over to Scotland was a good-to-go kind of thing.
Thank you very much, and stay on the line, Mr. Tshuma. Let's turn to Mr. Busani Ntini. Ntini, welcome to the program, sir.
Thank you, Mr. Dube, and Marvellous, hello, Tshuma, and Mlalazi.
Yeah, thank you so much. So what's your take on the just ended climate change summit? And we saw the president being received by many people at the Robert Mugabe International Airport. And today in Bulawayo, is there any reason why so many people were actually happy about what he's doing? Or maybe it's a question of passing people to the airports. You know, just yes, be honest here. Yeah.
You're gonna put me in trouble, but that's okay, dude. Yeah, I think we did see on social media, and Tshuma can confirm, hopefully for us. It looks like, yes, there were communications that people should be passed from different districts. There is something that is shared online that I think every list was supposed to bring in about 300 people. But to me, that's not the biggest issue for me, because I mean, yes, those are Zanu PF supporters, so they can follow their leaders wherever they want. But the question that I have personally is the issue of COVID-19. We know that elections have been delayed for a long time. We know that the opposition is not allowed to campaign in big numbers. So maybe we need to know exactly, because these COVID rules only apply to opposition and other organizations and not to Zanu PF. An airport is a very, security, it's an area that needs to be, safeguarded. So for me to see Zanu PF supporters in an airport tarmac, that was just, surprising for me. I've never really seen that many people, on an, airport tarmac and just meeting their leader. But, we used to see like these big crowds, during the Mugabe era, and we thought we had moved away from that. So for me, in terms of COVID-19, it was a surprise that we saw that many people, coming to the airport to meet, Honorable Mhlanga. And I hope that he came back, hopefully carrying good news for us as Zimbabweans. Hopefully major deals were signed and we'll see improvement. And also we hope that he did sign to the climate change initiatives. Hopefully we won't be seeing the Chinese, damaging our mountains and our rivers and all these other things that the Chinese have been doing in Zimbabwe, because that definitely is against, the call for, the climate change summit.
Thank you very much. I think we also have Tawanda Dzokora. I think he has been cut off a little bit. He may be coming back very shortly. So now, Sibuyele kuba Tshuma. Oh, okay, I think Tawanda Dzokora is back. Let's try to bring him on so that we can proceed with our discussion. Welcome to the program, Mr. Dzokora.
Yes, Magadi Baba, Magadi Muri Zimbabwe, Magadi Tete Marvellous.
Yes, go ahead, Marvellous.
Tombovunzo kwamurimi veopposition veMDC kuti Alliance zvii zvamunofunga kuti zvakabuda kubva kumusangano mukuru weclimate change uchangobva kuendwa nemutungamiri wenyika kuGlasgow kuScotland?
Isu hapana chatataona chakabuda, hapana chatatanzwa chisvinu chakaitwa kuScotland, nekuti taingoona mapicture evanhu vachifara vachinakidzwa. Takanzwa South Africa kuti yakawana over $8 billion yavakapiwa. Isu kachero vezanu vari pano havasi kutokwanisa kutaurira vanhu kuti over $1 million yakashandiswa kuti vaMnangagwa nevanhu vavo vaisvika 10 pavakaenda ikoko. Mari iyo yakashandisirwa chii? Ngatimirei pamberi apo tione kuti pane zvichabuda here, pane zvatichaudzwa here kuti takawana mari yakati kubva kurwendo rwavakaita vaMnangagwa. Saka patiriko zvino, chero vana vese veZimbabwe mukavabvunza mukapinda mumugwagwa umu, vanongoti vanhu vakanga vaenda kunomwa doro, nokuti ndo zvataiona. Vanhu vakanga vaenda kunogara mumahotera, nekuti ndo mapikicha atakapiwa ataiona. Zvimwe zvese hapana chatataona iko zvino. Asi taitarisira kuti kana mukuru aenda ikoko nevanhu vakadaro, pachataurwa nyaya dzeclimate change, pachataurwa nyaya dzemotokari dziri kutaurwa kuno kuAmerica, maelectric cars, anoita kuti adzikise hutsi hunobuda mumotokari. Zvinova izvo zviri kukanganisa environment yedu muZimbabwe. Tinoona kuti mota dzakawanda dzemuZimbabwe dzakurisa chaizvo, dzinongobva kuna Japan dzichikandwa muZimbabwe, vananonotora kuDurban dzane makore 10 dzichikwira. Motokari idzodzo dzinotonyanya kukanganisa environment yedu. Saka tingechitarisira kuti kana vanhu vaenda ikoko vakundoya netechnology itsva, ndo zvavakutaurira vanhu kuti takuita smart farming, takushandisa zvakati, sekutaura kwatakangonzwa President Chamisa pavakaadresa vanhu vachitaura nezve climate change.
So now, briefly, when we look at what you're expecting, from the president, what do you think could have happened at the summit that would say, well, this is what we as Zimbabweans want exactly?
Yes, those and kuti unotarisa.
Can you put it in English now? Yeah.
Yes, we would be comparing what is happening to Zimbabwe, to the delegation in Zimbabwe, to the delegations of other countries, especially fellow African countries. For example, you have South Africa. They've already, announced that they got deals of over $8 billion that are, were a result of them going to this meeting. But as of now, in Zimbabwe, with that bloated delegation, with so much money that was put in to go to this conference, we haven't heard anything. We have not seen anything. The optics that we are seeing are not, anything to write home about, and we don't want to keep dwelling on them. Let's hear what Mr. Mnangagwa got from there. Those from Zanu PF should be able to articulate, freely and, right there on the public that this is what we got from these meetings. But nothing has been forthcoming.
Okay, let's turn to Mr. Joseph Tshuma. Mr. Tshuma, we are seeing you guys welcoming the president in such large numbers. So does it mean that there were deals that were signed? Have you been told whether there are certain deals that were struck, by the Zimbabwean delegation in Scotland?
Well, I want to safely tell you that he went to COP26 and he participated there with his team, and we've seen other videos of other meetings that took place there, even with the finance minister there, and all sorts of positive engagements that happened. So yes, things are going to be unpacked. We are going to all get what exactly has been happening, because as I'm sure that you are also aware that it's not all the countries that have started to unpack what is, what is really transpired there, and we know that also that whole process hasn't quite come to an end as yet. So it will be folly of us to want to jump the gun now and want to hear what is exactly transpired. People will be told definitely there's never going to be any under the desk kind of scenario. We all know that this climate change issue has been something that has been talked about for a long time now. I remember when I was still member of parliament, I went to Addis Ababa to the United Nations for this same climate change conversation, and we saw most of these other big countries, because of the way that we're not relating well with them, we're bringing that money through NGOs, through United Nations organizations, but they've definitely been coming to help, and they've been helping actually. So it's not like we've not gotten any assistance as yet. We are yet to get more assistance, and we always appreciate the assistance. But all I can tell is that it is good to wait for people. For the government to come in and pick things. We don't need to be worrying about it. I'm hearing my fellow colleague here worrying about the partying and everything. People can party. It's something that is allowed. It's their choice. It's not government money. It's their money. They were buying their own alcohol and drinking, and they are happy because they've seen somebody. We know that even in our family setups, when you are happy about something, be it a birthday or a graduation ceremony like today, students were graduating at Lupani State University. I know that there are some families who have probably slaughtered a goat or two, and they are making merry right now as we speak. So it's something that is allowed. When you are happy about something, they were happy to see their leader for the first time coming into the British soil and partaking of such a very important conference. So let us wait for the unpacking. It will come.
Yes, Marvellous, maybe proceed with Mr. Tshuma.
Vachuma tanzwa vadzokora MDC Alliance vachiti ivo vari kushora mafambisirwo akaitwa zvinhu nevamwewo veZanu PF vanga vari kuScotland ikoko kuti aiwa vaitoita madiro aJorgina apo vanhu vekuZimbabwe vachinonga svosve nemuromo pari zvino. Munoti
hanzvadzi yangu chinhu chanopa kuti tizive vanhu takasiyana maumbiro and even financially. Saka kana munhu echiafoda kuti agone kuti azvitengere bhodho rake rehwisi anwe afare, ndakuzoti nekuti nini handisi kuzvigona ndoda kumushora here. It becomes very hypocritical kana takuda kuita kudaro kuti inini kana ndisingagoni kutenga chingwa every day ndichidlambambaira ndozoti vari kutenga chingwa vari kuchitengere inini ndisingagoni kuchitenga. Zvinhu zvinogadzirwa zviya asi chikuru chacho ndechekuti hurumende yeZimbabwe ichitungamirwa nemutungamiriri wedu president wedu yakaenda kuCOP 26 kuGlasgow kuti vabatane nevamwe panyaya yekutarisa kuti chii chatingagona kuita kuti tiwane bundudzo panyaya yeclimate change yati kuti shungurudza kudai nyika dzose pasi pano. Even here in Zimbabwe tinoziva kuti rain season yedu taiziva kuti inofamba kudai, asi mazuva ano yangochinja. Hatinatsoziva zvinhu zvinotokanganisa murimi kuti achaziva kuti nguva yekudzvara ndeipi, nguva yekuita ichi ndeipi. Saka zvinhu zvakakosha kuti vanhu vasangane vachitaura nyaya dzakadaro. Kushora zvinhu zvaita nevamezi indofunga kuti kuperegwa chete. Munhu ane tendero yokuti aite zvaanoda kuita nemari yake, nekuti haisi mari yomwe munhu. Atora mari muhomwe make akafunga kuita izvozvo. Hatingade kushora munhu kana aita zvinhu zvakadaro.
Maybe give us that in English, that, you know, there's a lot of criticism coming from the opposition MDCA on how some members of Zanu PF handled the coming to Glasgow, Scotland of the president. They were merrymaking. We saw on social media. There was a lot of, very bad optics coming, according to your critics. Scotland, what's your view?
Well, that's the biggest hypocrisy that you can actually come across, because we all know that on that same stage, we had members of the opposition as well doing their demos, coming in their small numbers as well, and trying to disrupt such a very important occasion like COP26. So when our members go up there and welcome their president and celebrate that their president for the first time is coming into British soil, what is wrong with that? And besides, it is not government money, it's not taxpayers' money, it's their own individual monies. If anybody has got money, they can do that. If I can afford to buy bread every day, let me buy bread. Don't then say because you can afford it and you can probably afford Mbambaira, then you think that something is wrong. No, you fix your issues, I fix my issues. Then when we come to national issues, that's where we come together. That is how things are supposed to be. So playing blame games on people that were happy to see their president in Glasgow is definitely not something that we should be talking about here. What we should be talking about here is the value and the pertinence of the issues surrounding this issue of climate change. Because like I said, it is affecting us. We're in agroeconomy. And now when we're not sure when to plant, we're not sure when to do certain things, then it becomes a cause of concern, because food security is one of the most important things that we need to have at all given time. So this summit was a correct summit, was an important summit to say how do we come out of this, and also looking at issues whereby the big giants, the big nations, have pledged to actually come up with funding to help us, the developing nations. So definitely it is good for us to be close there, to be near there, so that we can also get that slice of the cake and help ourselves to win this issue. Like, for example, what you were talking about, the issue of electric cars.
I think we just lost him there, Gibbs.
So it is good to take of such forums. Let us not blame each other. Let us look at the positives and work on those. But unfortunately,
Thank you.
Like I said, I'm actually driving, so can I be excused for now?
Yeah, just 1 more second, maybe just hold on just a little bit. Let's get to Ubaba or Innocent Ndibali, where Economic Freedom Fighters Zimbabwe. Mr. Ndibali, welcome to the program.
How are you?
No, we are very fine. So we're talking about this climate change conference which took place in Scotland. So in your personal opinion, really, what should be done going forward? Should the president announce the deals that he struck in Scotland?
I think, as I said, I think yesterday in another program, whereby I said it is very, very important that as Zimbabweans, we must engage one another so that we know exactly what the engagement that the president did, what were the development, what were the gains, what were the losses, what exactly did we gain as a country. So we are not aware, there is no clear public information apart from the president expressing a goodwill that appeared to have been exchanged between him and the Prime Minister of United Kingdom, as well as the President of the US. They appear to have been a cordial engagement, but we are not fully given in terms of the details of what exactly was the outcome. But I think a lot of people are comparing Zimbabwe with what South Africa got. But you realize that what South Africa got really is a raw deal that is not strategic for Africa, that is not strategic for South Africa, whereby South Africa is expected to shut down its energy production, especially the energy that is based on coal, and that will have a devastating effect to the economy as well as to the employees who are dependent on this. We've seen the EFF, our allies, clearly stating that they are going to oppose that, and they are saying that they will not allow the Americans to detect what South Africa. Yeah.
So in short, the president should tell Zimbabweans what he got, right? Yes, no?
Yes, the president, obviously, as the head of state, because Zimbabwe indeed is not a private business, it is a public, it is owned by Zimbabweans. So we expect that at a given time, the president will make it clear as to what the benefits were. But we should not use that as the basis to denigrate the head of state.
Yes, thank you so much. Mfaka sindebele very briefly konoku ukuthi upresident kumele abikele abantu kumbe hatshi bese siyakuye kubaba uZokora.
Yeah, upresident obviously umongameli welizwe and ilizwe ngabantu. So kuzafika isikhathi sokuthi upresident uzatsho ukuthi uhambe njani uhambo lwakhe luletheni. Kodwa esikwaziyo ukuthi uke wakhuluma efika sithi yena ube loku bamyemukele kuhle and ube le lokhuzeni le nkulumo ezingani zi right for iZimbabwe, but akatsho in details ukuthi what exactly was the benefit. Thina as EFF Zimbabwe, we are keenly watching. Actually, our delegation is going to Harare tomorrow to attend an event in organization of fees a joiner emancipation movement. It's another vision of EFF, but sifika ngale siyadlula e-embassy sihenda incwadi yokuthi ama-sanctions kumele khitshwe.
Yes, awuzwa kakhulu sikubambe khonapho umlomo. Mr. Dzokora, so do you want the president to make a public announcement about the deals that were struck in Scotland?
Yes, there should be nothing secretive on a mission like that. People of Zimbabwe were expecting an announcement. Will not be expecting all the details to be given right there. But when you see him at the airport, you're going to think that he was just going to quickly go over the important issues that were discussed and the important deals that were signed or that we will be expecting. Obviously, that's what happens everywhere. When you travel, you come back, you brief the media, you brief the people of Zimbabwe. This is what happened, and that way it would actually have helped Zanu PF. This is free PR advice that we are giving to Zanu PF, that when you are attending an important meeting, you need to avoid bad optics. The optics that we saw in Scotland were very bad. What we saw on social media is departing, is people getting into hotels. And some of them even forgot to show up to listen to the president's speech. That's why the president, Mr. Mnangagwa ended up, addressing empty chairs because his own delegation, his own people could not even show up for his speech. And it's very, very embarrassing, not only to Zanu PF, it's embarrassing to the people of Zimbabwe, because it's not only us who is talking about this bad publicity that was given to the delegation of Zimbabwe. Even regional media in Zambia, South Africa, even Western media here in America, in the United Kingdom, that's what they saw. And that's what they're going to remember the Zimbabwean delegation for years to come. We should be having policy announcements right now, or the deals that Emmerson Mnangagwa got when he went.
Thank you, sir.
And then let me just say something, 1 minute.
Just a second.
Okay.
Those who are remaining with 6 minutes dead. So Marvellous, go ahead, just for a few seconds, then we proceed.
Andandiri kuvunza kuti imi zvii zvamanga mukutarisira se-MDC Alliance kuti zvingofanira kunge zvakataurwa navaMnangagwa. Munotarisira kuti vauye here vabva vataura kuti aiwa nyika yeZimbabwe izvi ndo zvandakabva ndakatakura kubva kuGlasgow kuScotland.
So she asked you in Shona whether the same question that I asked you. So quiet. No, I think your mic is now muted, I guess. Yeah, I think it's got. Can you come back? Can you come back? Log out and come back?
Maybe rega tiende kuna vachuma vasati vaenda since vativo vada kukumhanya.
Yes, quiet. Go to Mr. Tshuma. You want to go?
Vachuma tingatarisire here kunzwa kubva kuna vaMnangagwa zvakabuda kubva ikoko kuScotland uku munguva inotevera.
Mr. Tshuma, can you come in?
Sorry, right. Zvatinyazoziva ndezvokuti hurumende yedu yakarongeka. Saka nguva ichasvika yekuti izvi zvese izvi zvichapakurira munhu wese. Handi zvinhu zvokuti zvinovanzwa pa. Zvinhu zvokutoti things must be done in an organizational kind of manner. President vasvika nezuro, vachingosvika nezuro vakatomhanyira kuno kuBulawayo kuti vazoita graduation yekulupani. Saka hatingatobva tafunga kuti pamwe zvese zvinhu zvinobva zvatongoitika within that 24 hours iyoyo, but we are very sure kuti zvinhu zvese zvichaiswa pajekerere kuti vanhu vanyatsoona kuti chii chakaitika, zvakafamba sei. Asi ndakanga kuti nditi correct mukoma wangu, my colleague from MDC, pavangaoda kurashika kuti president vakaadressa empty chairs. If you were following that event, you will agree with me that almost all the speakers, all the presidents that spoke there, it was the same scenario, same setup. It's not that the people that welcomed the president out there and had their party were supposed to be delegates in that meeting. That meeting only takes in people that are accredited for that purpose. So that is why you see that if the Zambian president addressed the same kind of capacity, all the other presidents that addressed there addressed to the same kind of scenario. Most probably, maybe the whole setting was very big and there were too many chairs. I do not know, but it's not like our president is the only one who came there and there were just a few people there. It was all the speakers. It was the same throughout. If you go and go back to and probably Google the COP26, you know and see what I'm talking about. So it is wrong to now come out here and try to portray a picture that probably the president was abandoned by people, or his delegation did not come because maybe they were coming. No, they were not supposed to have been there. The people that were supposed to be there are the people that were there.
Thank you very much, Mr. Tshuma. Now you can depart. Siyabonga.
Thank you so much.
Okay, bye-bye.
Thank you so much. Have a good day.
Bye-bye. So you can cut from that end and mute your button. So let's go to Mr. Sikhumbuzo Mlalazi briefly. Konapo ke Mlalazi. Since 2 minutes, uti 1 minute yako untina besengena. Just summarize the whole thing.
Yes. Unfortunately, you give too much time to politicians and they are just spoiling everything. I think we are where we are because of party politics.
Mm-hmm.
There's a gentleman here who spoke previously and quoted South Africa. South Africa held an election a few days ago, and we saw the main party leaders congratulating each other, hugging each other. Is that possible in Harare? That's my question. Mm-hmm. Because it does not matter who started. Even if it's an opposition leader or it's a ruling party, somebody should start love. So I think it was necessary for Zimbabwe to be included in all the nations that attended the COP26 in Glasgow. Mm-hmm. We saw over 200 leaders who attended it. And the hate from us, Zimbabweans, we are hating each other. We are not hating anyone. But
the bottom line is, should Mr. Mnangagwa publicize what he got? Yes or no? Then we proceed to the next person.
Yes, if it's necessary for us, Zimbabwe, not for a party.
Thank you.
Party benefit.
Thank you very much. Let's go to Mr. Busani Ntini. Should the deals be publicized? Yes or no?
Yes, they should be.
Mr. Dzokora?
Yes, and they should be. And then just commenting on the president's trip to Lupane, we expect, what we saw today. Vamnangagwa vachifamba vachisangana nevanhu pasina zvinoitika ndozvatotarisira kuti kana president chamisa vachifamba vaenda kumaruzevha hapana chinofanira kunge chiitika kwaari.
Thank you very much.
Nematombo zviri kuitika izvi.
Thank you very much. Our time is up, and if there was extra time, Islanders and Dynamos had 16 minutes at one stage, I still remember, and some fellows were very happy about it. So now we wish to thank our guests this evening, Mr. Joseph Tshuma of Zanu PF, Mr. Tawanda Dzokora, MDC Alliance, Mr. Busani, Mbuso, Ntini, and Sikhumbuzo Mlalazi, independent commentators, and Mr. Innocent Ndibali of the Economic Freedom Fighters Zimbabwe. Signing off from Maryland, this is Gibbs Dube saying good night, Zimbabwe.
And I'm Marvellous Mhlanga Nyahuye saying have a very good weekend.
Bye-bye.
Bye.